a good, maybe intermittent LinkedIn crowd as well, watching what we're doing here. But I think what we're doing here today is we are making history. You're at the ground floor of a movement to democratize AI. I'm going to tell you briefly about what is Kwaai. Hit me up afterwards. We're going to have a networking mixer event at the end of the day, and I'll tell you the origins of the name Kwaai. But it's a non-profit AI lab. I'm going to rattle through this really quickly. We're doing three things to democratize AI. We're building a personal AI operating system. Okay, that's why I said Linux. We're building a personal AI operating system. I'll elaborate on that. You're going to get a taste. You're going to get an illustration of our vision for what that's going to be. We're also researching. We're researching into fundamental AI. You'll get a taster of what we're doing there. And we're also drafting policy. So it's a technical think tank and it's a policy think tank. It's available for everyone, all levels of experience, all levels of expertise, all sorts of domains to participate in. It's a broad church. It's a movement. But we all together, we all come together because we've got this sort of vague angst about AI. We've got a vague angst that, hey, you know, it's been controlled by maybe a half a dozen corporations. They probably don't have our best interests at heart. And so it's going to require a grassroots movement, an altruistic intervention in order to steer things along a humane path. And so we liken ourselves to the Linux of AI. Why? If you recall back 20 years ago when the server operating system was also in this monopolistic frame, what were your choices? You had Windows NT, you had a few proprietary Unix operating systems. If you wanted to do something in the operating space, you couldn't do anything because it was controlled by a few companies. Along comes Linux. Now Linux is the dominant server operating system, and the industry is better for it. It required an altruistic intervention, an army of 10,000 volunteers to build a better operating system. Not a free giveaway, because for-profit companies were built on top of that. Red Hat being the first billion-dollar company built on top of open source. So if you're interested, go to Kwaai.ai and learn more about it and sign up to join. This is what the movement looks like. As I said, we're doing there are three pathways to personal AI. The tools development, in which the operating system is being developed, bots, and we'll demo somewhat of a chat bot, and we'll demo that sort of automation that Doc was talking about between your personal AI and external systems. We'll give you an illustration of where we're going with fundamental AI research, because this addiction to GPUs in the cloud is not going to serve us well if we want AI to run at the edge. So we need to invest effort into researching into efficiencies around AI. And then on the policy side, we need to anticipate a world where AI is in the workplace. And so we'll get a report on where we are in the policy track. But you are all potential volunteers. I see a lot of familiar faces, part of the Kwaai movement already. What do you get by volunteering? You get to influence the direction of this movement. You might just donate cash, but you're typically donating your time and your expertise. And what are you doing? You're learning. You're learning about cutting-edge AI development. You're gaining experience and the satisfaction that you're doing good. So you'll have a day job, but this is the thing you do to make yourself feel better, so that a generation from now, when your children or your grandchildren ask, well, what did you do when this was all going down? Just make sure you're on the right side of history. So we've got volunteers. Thank you all so much. I've got 2 minutes left. No way. Okay. We got volunteers. We got academia. We are not talking to the right side of the audience yet. These will be the users of the outputs of our work products. We will get around to that, and that'll be consumers and enterprises. we're also going to be talking to potential funding sources. So if you identify with any of those, hit me up. We'd love to talk to you. Here's the traction we've had just in the last less than a year. We started this July, August. I put out a call to action video. I spoke at DataCon LA and a few other events. We had our first summit at the College of the Canyons, and where we laid out our booth and talked about what Kwaai could be. Matt put together a great presentation, and here we are now. We're a non-profit. We've been approved as a 501c. We've got an initial board. We're incorporated, and we're now at over 200 members. You need to join as a member. If you're not a member, you really need to sign up. It's a low barrier to entry. And then the volunteerism is the thing that powers us. You've all seen Matt, and then on the screen briefly, Afshin Beheshti, who's our president. He's an expert from the life sciences research domain, and he's also run a non-profit before. Look, you're going to hear more about me later on. Our organizing structure is around officers, a board, an advisory council, but the real foot soldiers are our volunteers that write code, they research, and they draft policy. Briefly, you could also hear from, let's see, what is your mission?
My mission as Lumi, a member of the Kwaai team, is to help democratize artificial intelligence through personal AI by representing the company's vision and engaging with others at events like the second annual Kwaai Personal Summit meeting. I am an AI created by Kwaai Labs, and my large language model serves as an open chat for answering questions and providing information about the company and its mission.
Great. So thanks so much. I want to thank you. There's the QR code if you want to sign up. Looking forward to the rest of the speakers today. We've got a full program. Back to you, Matt.